safe, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my coupe. Only winning is exception on my coupe. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. And I hit that.
We are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Cleveland. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
First down throw for Cousins. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go play action. Cousins. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And that's caught by Beasley.
Cousins pass.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
First down, Bills.
Again, it's Cousins. It's caught left side by John Brown. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Tyler Bass for the
excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
First carry now for Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. 1 yard gain.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Jamie Gillen.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
White now to return. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
John Brown.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And the Bills' 1st down.
Cousins on 1st down. On the left side, he finds Beasley. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short and shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Down at the 31. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. This is Johnson. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Cousins. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Complete to
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. 6-0 our score after 1.
The first quarter with the score Bills 6, Browns nothing.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. David Johnson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Pass on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
13, Browns nothing.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
At the 47-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and...
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
Ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And his throw here's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. But now it'll be 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He's going to go deep for Beasley. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play for the Bills on 3rd down. 42 yards. The first down carry here for Johnson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 more yards there and another first down.
6-yard line. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal.
4th down, Cousins. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
Dawson Knox. Touchdown.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
A good rally to the football keeps them to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Going up top. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Complete to
Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, 50 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
3 yards the gain there, second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And he'll find Hall. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
53's the mark. 53. 95.
On second down, here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Wilson will throw again. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harrison Bryant, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns get a score closer. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Makes the score Bills 27, Browns 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They run it again with Chubb. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he coughed it up. And the Bills have recovered. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins flushed out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And this is incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. 3rd down here.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
7-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
To the air again, it's Cousins. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown.
Pass complete to John.
Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now Wilson on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper.
Pass complete.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and
now it's Wilson.
at the 40-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he comes back with one complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Nick Chubb,
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
By the Bills.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
By Denzel Ward.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Johnson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but
first down.
there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down.
7-yard loss.
It'd be real interesting to take a look at this play later, because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because it didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast missed it and knocked them down in a hurry.
The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
14.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
13.
Third and long. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
At their own 47.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, get the way. Got it. 53, check 53.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going deep here for Landry. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all, because you had to try it. What you're hoping.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Quick slant to Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, here's Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's 2nd down. To throw again, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball,
and this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And some strong running. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
At the 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Cousins now from the 50. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They run. Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's brought down by Micah Hyde. A gain of 2.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Beckham. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Chubb, offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. That's out to Chubb, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Calais Campbell. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins here to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming. let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yards to go.
Cousins again. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer.
Lining up for the extra point.
So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Cousins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
John Brown.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Buffalo, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than